Check this out. We're packing. Mess all around.
Yes.
Going through our things, and we are also going through our videos.
Because we figured, you know, while we go through our things and we pick out our favorite clothes, we might as well also pick out our favorite videos from like these last 9 months. It's been 9 months since we've been doing these videos. We might as well pick them out and share them with y'all. So we figured this would be a good time, since we're about to be in transition, to kind of just reflect and share our favorites. Do a little what's it called? A read.
Interesting how like it takes 9 months to birth a baby. It's taking 9 months for us to make these videos. It's about to birth a new chapter in these
like
videos.
That. Yeah.
So a new chapter of our lives, and you know, we'll be recording it and sharing it along the way, along the journey. And yeah, so you know, we're gonna make a little highlight reel.
Yeah.
Of our video so far. I hope you enjoy it.
Favorite parts. Enjoy it.
All right, peace.
Peace. That's really cool. I used to be afraid of owls.
Like it's fake.
Yo, they're so pretty.
Oh, this one's like doesn't have any scales. It's like just shiny and.
Oh my gosh! Yo, it's following me with its head. It's so creepy. It's so creepy. The one in the back. Look, the one in the back follows you with its head. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know why owls freak me out like that, but they really freak me out. The way they follow you, yeah, the way they look at it following your head with its head. Oh god. Oh god. That's like my worst nightmare. Commitment. It's commitment right here. Standing on the rooftop when it's -20.
It's 45 degrees.
Cold.
A voice calling from within our core.
What are we here for? We realize that our power lies
And how we live our lives.
and how we choose to show up.
So we choose to show up as rooted crowns. And this is our living prayer. Birth from the earth,
On a path to reclaim our name.
nature, ancestral medicine to heal our home. We sow this prayer in our bodies between many hands and upon our land.
In direct response to self-hate for scarce and ecological discordancy.
But it's simple for real. We plant through forests and conquer jungles.
Inspiring youth to lead us out the struggle.
Nourishing our bodies as living proof.
Sharing all we do to amplify this truth.
Yeah, we documenting it all.
Bringing it to music and throw this call from personal life.
Yeah, we standing tall, rooted crowns. Let's rock with it, y'all.
Oh, monkey.
Let me always going extra.
He always doing something. Now somebody crawl up his stomach and climb up him.
Yeah, somebody can
Get next to him.
you can climb up.
What? What?
What the heck? Lev.
are y'all doing?
You want to be here for you?
What in the world are y'all doing?
Your baby needs to see your face. Come on, don't do that.
Don't kick him in the face.
Your baby needs to see your face. You can't do that. Lev.
You really trying to do a workout and you gonna be rolling?
No, I was stepping all over him. And I was like, I stepped all over his face and his arms. I just used him like a human. Lev, I just used you like a human step.
Okay, you really did. 2. Nice, perfect.
Okay, look, I can flip.
That is a front flip. It's just slow. Please, 0.
Are you ever scared when you get pregnant?
What are they doing, honestly?
I'd probably be because you're gonna
Look at Ife. He's struggling to get up there.
get contractions. Really hard.
Make a rainbow, favorite color, see your favorite color, make a rainbow all around you, okay? All right, shake it out. Shake it out. Your energy bulb. Maybe it's golden and glowing, maybe it's like a bright light. It's golden.
Let me tell you about our first times together. It started last spring, planting aloe vera. I wasn't even looking for my forever. Focusing on my work, my spiritual endeavors, metaphysical levels. I was healing myself, feeling myself, realizing my wealth. Tap into my well, that's when I met her. Beauty beyond measure, mind intelligent and clever. Drop like a dagger, make a predator soul's prayers. Prayers to Oshun and Mami Watsa for blessing my union with this Mami Data.
Creeping along as we step into our wellspring. We feel the song tapping from our wellspring. The heat rises and we can't deny the new growth. The green lights the sign. It's time to see what we want, so that spring's ripe and so is the heart's alignment. So are you ready? 'Cause I'm ready to come 100 in today's commitment.
Pickled watermelon.
What does it taste that's so bad?
Okay, it went from really good to really bad. Don't try that at home, y'all.
Don't try it at home.
Yeah. How you feel?
Dirty.
You're in a situation like, let's say you're in a situation like Katrina, and you're the water's like 8 feet high, and temperature drops pretty cold at night, and you're in the second story of some office building. How could you make a debris hut in the office building?
Paper, let's see.
That's a good question.
That's about as much as I can do for you. How you doing, man?
Let's see. But the water's 8. You preferably would find a spot that's south facing, because the sun. Where's the sun around lunchtime? Does anyone know?
Lunchtime, right?
Pretty.
Wait, what time is lunch? Are you saying?
Right about
All right, y'all. You got about 4 minutes of enjoyment because someone has to use the restroom.
Like sometimes we get hired to do
3 hours. Yeah.
Lift those knees, lift those knees.
You mean a hole? You say you got a hole in the back of your head.
Now you see how hard it is. I can do a split. Oh, that's a good split.
Your pants are gonna split.
They already have split.
What's that?
Oh no, Lamb! Just take them out!
Go left.
No, I got this.
You're so stubborn.
Give him some room.
You're so stubborn.
Yeah, you got this.
Wait, let me give you like this.
Love trying to get back up.
That one is just really annoying.
And let us know what you.
This is our first time experimenting with
No,
Hugo.
no, it's his first time experimenting with
my
Hula
first
culture.
time
It's my first time experiencing the end result. This isn't Hula culture. This is a wall. If we dig this up and put something under it and then put that back on, then
What I'm gonna think about doing is now that these are down, I want to bring it all back this way and then do the same thing on the other side.
Dad, videotape me.
you can videotape.
I can do karate.
So you see that?
So we're here at where are we?
We are at the intersection of Madison and McMecken.
What used to be McMecken. Wait, what?
It used to be Madison.
What used to be
It's
Madison.
still Madison, but it's now going to
about to
receive the
be.
new name, Abu the Flute Maker Way. This street is now being named after a Baltimore legend, Abu the Flute Maker.
Who knew me when I was a baby.
Yes, and I used to go into the farmer's market and jam out with him every week. I went to his house. He taught me how to make flutes, and he makes all sorts of instruments out of any materials he can find.
I can't get over it.
Getting started like me.
Yeah.
How many times you been up on him?
This is my third time.
Third time, that's what's up.
And we call libations for the children that are yet to come, those future generations that we look to see come into this world. May we make this world a better place for them to arrive.
I show up at the table again and again and again. I close my mouth and learn to listen.
Focus on that target while maintaining the movement. going from one side to the next. Boom. And here's me and Baba Oman again. Just some examples showing you in the jogo, in the harder. With my heta.
Natural home births.
Meditation.
Elimination communication.
Affirming yourself.
Continuum.
Self-massage.
And I like what you all did today. That was different. With the lady talking about the virtual thing and the meditation. How often do you see that though? That was neat. That was really nice. Enjoying your day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Trying to see your mom all the time.
You just got back.
Yeah, love, I came back.
No,
they told me you were here.
We had such a wonderful event. It was so beautiful. I'm so happy everybody came out. Thank you everybody for coming out and supporting us.
That's okay.
Janaki, get some okra.
Spinach.
Just taste it.
Keep her in my pocket anymore. I tried to.
Taste it, Janaki. Please. Taste a little tiny bit, please.
Okay, good.
Taste it with rice.
I gotta get some footage of this food.
I was trying to get it before it's all gone.
Let's go re-roll. Okra, mono. You getting it in, Janaki?
Yes, my sister is making me try this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That's that good goo. That's that good slime.
Oh my gosh.
Why? I could do this.
Look how round it is.
We won.
Look how round it is.
And if the baby is breached, we're going to softly move and turn and turn. Yes, and turn.
I'm gonna
I could be here. Yeah.
You had that voice too.
Y-O-M. We learned
Make
that
sure you
together.
breathe into your belly. Breathe into your belly.
But she said you can focus on one letter, two letters, or all three letters. Ife, I can be your doula, girl. I'm working it.
Jeez. I was actually taking a video of it. It's so cute. It's so cute. Say cheese. Say bye. You blow kick?
Oh, wow. Oh, she's blowing.
I just practiced the surge standing up by leaning against the wall.
Look at that belly.
So Lev is gonna be, they probably can't hear
You
me.
didn't even see her face.
So Lev is gonna be my wall, the next surge.
So we're just staying present. Fortunately, I was able to take off work to just be here, be the baby daddy doula. Who said a man can't be a doula?
Especially when he's your best friend. You know my face.
But your face is so beautiful.
Alright,
Yeah.
we did it. We had a baby.
Ife did it.
I ain't gonna pretend like that was easy, y'all.
Yo.
That last hour, I was like, yo, for real? I blame it on this head. Y'all see this head?
Look at that head.
Ooh, that head. But we got a baby boy.
So.
Well, we just realized.
Yeah, we were going through the archives and we were like, yo, we want to watch back the video of the birth. And I'm like, yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, because we thought, you know, Lev gave the phone to my mom, and my mom didn't have her glasses on, so she thought it was already recording.
Yo, so she was just holding the phone.
She was just holding the phone. Because I was literally screaming.
There was a lot
bloody
going on.
murder.
Yeah, she was screaming, and the baby's head was like crowning, and you know, I felt it, so I just like passed the phone over real quick.
Yeah.
And so y'all missed a really sacred moment.
And we think that that's meant to be, you know, like it's a reason why that didn't happen. It's a reason why, you know, it's just his birth wasn't meant to be on camera.
Boy is so aware already.
Aware.
He's like, his eyes are wide open.
Wide open.
I don't know if you can see it here.
Just so, yeah.
He's such a blessing to us every moment. You know, we're just soaking it up. And he's so precious. You know, his spirit is very gentle. And he's healthy. He's really healthy. Mama is healthy, and we want to share some of the ways in which we maintain ourselves and keep this child, you know, in good, strong, vital health. You know, and just to witness the entire experience as well. So I was just in awe the whole time of you, you know, and what you were being, you know, called to go through. You know, you didn't have a choice but to give your everything,
right? To
give your body, your mind, your spirit, you know, there wasn't an ounce of your being that didn't go into, you know, birthing. Everything in my life was leading up to this, preparing me for this. You know, there's no manual, there's no like instructions manual on parenting, on fatherhood, on motherhood. You know,
I mean, they try to be, but most of them are a mess and contradictory.
I mean, if there are, don't listen to them. You gotta figure this out for yourself. You know, take the wisdom that you can from your parents, from your relatives, from your grandparents, from your elders. But you have to understand that they were working with the best that they could with their situations, and we're in different situations in this generation. So,
it's true.
You know, and with both the information we have access to, the resources, I mean, we gotta really, in order to be the best parents that we can be, you know, it takes, you know, your full engagement, full attention, full commitment, and, you know, to that process, because it's at every point the system is coming to give you like a quote-unquote easier option,
right?
And it may seem easier in the moment,
easier, but it's not. Like,
but there's so many traps, you know.
Right.
Oh, what's up, Bubba? Oh, you need a feed. I love giving him massages after the bath too. That's what I do, you know. I give people massages, you know, practically every day, and you know, to give him, it's like I get so much joy out of that, doing my craft, you know, for him, so that we can maintain his flexibility, and you know, just that buttery feeling in the joints and in the body, and you know, in his muscles, and you know, watch out for this one, because he don't mind being upside down. This boy is an Angola. I mean, think about it. They come out the womb upside down. You know, there may be times when we don't see eye to eye on certain details of things, but or certain big things, you know, where we have to make big decisions for him, you know, and sometimes we disagree, but I have to also always know that, like, her intuition for his life and for what he needs and to be nourished, and like from day one of pregnancy, I was seeing that intuition coming.
Because we're gonna keep growing, we're gonna keep moving, we're gonna keep applying our intentions and our will and our passions to our life, and you'll get to witness it. You'll get to witness him grow into a world that, you know, we're gonna do everything we can to make as nourishing for ourselves and others as possible. So stay tuned.
Golden Warrior Baby Carrier. So first step forward. Baby, he's nursing? Okay. Cut. Are you ready? I'm getting in. Alright. So there's different ways to do it, but I think this time I'm gonna bring him in like this. Make sure his legs are comfy and it's not too tight. And let that cup his butt. let this one come up and cradle. So his head is resting on my heartbeat. And then you pull this one up for just security. And how you feeling there, Booba?
Just like this part.
Baby, isn't it delicious?
Oh my gosh. It's so yummy. He feels so much more peaceful, like just like because the quality about him is more peaceful than either of my children. Like it's just like a totally different being.
I mean, isn't it? Is that when they're just really young, they're not like super peaceful?
No, mine are the least peaceful the younger they are. Very safe. The culture there is very friendly. That's good.
Caught up on the spirit
It
of
makes
the
family like
earth.
so much smoother.
Ancestors of this land.
How
Call
are
out
the
our own
winters there?
ancestors.
Would you mind? Okay, can you do long waist too? Yeah.
When I say I go, you say I may. I go. I may. I go. I may. All right. Can we have everybody's attention? So we're gonna be pouring libations now. And as I splash water, I'm gonna do a little bit at a time so we can really call out all their names. Omen,
James A. Jones,
Charles Jones,
Beatrice,
Lottie Jones,
John Bright,
Wayman Hawkins.
This is the first time we're out the house as a family since the birth. Faye and the baby have been, tucked away, just resting and nourishing themselves. And as you can see, he's healthy and at peace. And Mama is vibrant and healthy as well. So, this is us coming here to the house of my parents for the first time. It's pretty powerful. We had to have the birth at Ife's parents' house, and he's gonna have these experiences in his primal memory, in his early memory to always stay connected to his family.
Like we have a song for Pèlé. We were gonna perform it, but we didn't bring the lyrics. We have paper that has all of the definitions of his. Oh.
Well, we'll sing the lullaby. So our son's name is Pèlé Orisun.
Can y'all say that back to us so we can just hear the collective?
Pèlé Orisun.
My child, remember who you are. Don't fear, my child, you have been here before. Oh, you see, my child, look deep within your soul. My child, just know we are one with the whole.
You are an ancestor reborn once again. You are an answer to the times we living in.
Pèlé Orisun, bloom from my womb. May you joyfully swoon in knowing the nourishing wholeness that guides your mama. Just give 5 or 10 minutes every day, or once a week, or once a month even, and reflect on you, your relationships with yourself, with other people, with the environment around you, with your dreams, with your relationship with the great beyond. Just reflect. It's simple. I'm a new mama. So these videos are, we're going to keep them going, and we're going to keep them simple sometimes because we want to continue to share our lives, our dreams, our insights, our visions, our journeys. And we also want to honor our time and honor the time we spend with Pèlé and the time we spend moving forward so that we can have more to share. So please, stay tuned. It'll get really exciting sometimes and it'll get really chill sometimes. But please recognize that this is us, all of it. And that's what we're sharing, our authentic beings.
Nice. Boom. I just targeted this muscle on this meridian, and then being able to explore then after the fact, how did that change my state of presence? How did that energy shift? How am I able to express that, now, from this place? Which is, a beautiful thing. A lot of ways in which people self-identify with their toxicity, with their, maybe the unevolved state that they're in. Different people are in different places in their journey, for sure. And the work might look different for one person, for another. But the capacity for change and transformation, is endless.
A deeper overall reasoning why we engage in animal foods, or why I engage in animal foods. I don't really speak for Lev. But I wanted to give another overall reasoning in this video. So that's what this is. I'm going to go over the ecological reasons first, and then the intercultural reasons, and then the personal reasons. That really worked, though. Like, yeah, I don't understand how that concept of it works.
Whoa. And the other thing was to run cold water.
Right. Oh, I had this other thing that I did was I would put cool water
It's
in my
okay to
mouth.
cry, y'all. It's okay to cry.
Catharsis.
Oh, so you want to play too, eh? Is that it? You want to play?
Where we going first?
I was wondering, what kind of oil do y'all like fry your fries in?
What type of oil?
Canola oil.
Okay.
Mainly.
Y'all fried olive oil.
It's canola oil, okay.
We cook in sunflower seed oil.
Oh, it's vegetable oil?
Pigs, y'all.
Pigs? Pigglins?
Yeah. But hey, okay. Nothing.
Babies need,
It's not. It's.
babies need cholesterol and zinc and iron. Cholesterol and zinc and iron, and they need cholesterol because they can't make their own yet, and you can't get cholesterol in coconuts.
When you overdo it, then that's when people have problems with high cholesterol, right?
Well, but
we gotta talk.
we just did this in our last video, actually.
High cholesterol.
There's no such thing. The whole thing is a complete scam.
Really?
Developed by the pharmaceuticals to sell the cholesterol medicine, and the food industry that makes so much more money on plant foods than animal foods. It is a scam, and it's destroying us.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that you make out of cholesterol is hormones like estrogen, testosterone. You want to live with a man who can't make testosterone?
I absolutely do not.
Of course. So don't try to lower his cholesterol. You give him eggs and butter and meat and liver, and you'll have a real man.
Yeah, that was the best advice I've had in a long time.
Sally Fallon is one of the few people who challenged it in a way that was easy for people to read. So whereas before it was doctors and dentists and scientists, she took it as a mother and a grandmother and made a cookbook out of it and communicate these ideas in a way that people can understand. And so for that reason, I'm really grateful to her, and I'm awestruck by the power and the confidence and the audacity she had to put herself out there in a way that was, like she wrote in the book, the subline of the book is politically incorrect nutrition. So yeah, I'm grateful to have met her, and I'm proud that I geeked out.
Pretty crowds.
Happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday, Ife. It's my birthday. I'm turning 32. It's my first birthday as a mama, and we're sitting and watching this glorious sunrise. We found this opportunity to go to this really inspiring farm called So Fire Farm. And I don't know that much about it, so we're gonna learn about it together. Baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do.
We out here in the snow, yo. How you feeling, babe?
We have given to the earth and the earth has given to us. We can take a moment to say one thing that we are grateful for. We can raise all our voices, all babies, all ages, all elders welcome. Tradition.
Tradition.
Youth.
Youth. Connection.
Ancestors.
Ancestors.
All of our people, all of our ancestors, some of them more recent than others, were people of the land. And so this is a great remembering, and that's what we're all doing together. That's a huge reason, one reason why we exist is to really reconnect folks with their inherent right to belong to the land.
My partner over here wants to be in the video. Look at you chilling. He likes this. He loves when I do push-ups.
Run it back, Ma, run it back.
It is good. Really good. It's really good.
Living pate, what? In traditional cultures, they didn't used to throw away the offal or the organ meats because they aren't offal at all.
Oh, God. Don't do it. Don't do it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 ba. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, oh, boom, ba. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, oh. Boom, ba. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, oh. What we gonna do about this global situation? Are we just gonna sit back, wait for the next generation? We've been too patient through these trials and tribulations. They say the change gonna come, just keep holding on while the tide comes in to take us. What we gonna do about this global situation? Are we just gonna turn our backs and leave it for the next generation? We got to face it, awaken our meditations, unify our being human around using the solutions while we rewrite this equation. Remember our common ancients for the healing of all our relations.
We not intended to feed urgency for purging sprees. We not aligning with the fear-based deeds of scarcity-based people, thinking everybody else is sheeple to be nixed by the next sequel, fourth industrial age detours. Nah, we in that focus for generating hocus pocus, like magic to the land. We healing regions with these hands. Hooves and bands, ancient culture, not scams. Diving deep to expand, referencing ancient stands. The solutions are local, with awareness of global impact. By no more stacking, cause we ain't lacking, but chilling back in solutions oriented by facts.
You know, anything you buy, you're consuming something.
So, if we think about everything that we consume, yo, his face.
What?
What are y'all doing?
It's so early. But I want to put my head up. I'm sorry, go ahead, Lau.
If you think about everything you buy is what you consume, and so everything that you consume coming from your local environment. So, you know. Anyway, I think y'all get the point.
So, peep our local road journey today as we hit up some spots, but don't go to a store. Say good rising, peoples. Good rising. He's like,
What is that? Who's trapped in that little screen?
We came here and there was a lady who lives in the area, and she says her parents have been coming to this spring. Her parents' been coming to this spring. So this, you know, taking their word, and we've been drinking this water the last couple months, and it's been really, really, really pure, really nice. We feel good.
Correction, I didn't take their word. I looked it up, and I went to the website, which
coming to a close. I'm making one more stop before the day's end.
Alright.
Cold out here.
I want to leave Baltimore. It's too cold.
Oh, that's a pretty little sky.
Oh, pretty. Open the trunk.
There you go.
Alright.
What a day.
What a day. Got a whole pile of stuff to deal with. But for now, we just want to close this off.
Just punch me in the face.
He just punched you in the face. It's fine.
And I'm not going to hit back.
Just want to close off and saying, yeah, if you're feeling so inspired, check in with the resources you have locally. Nurture the resilience of your local community, the strength of your local community. There's so many more resources in Baltimore that we have barely touched, but soon we will be developing a whole new network in a whole new place, and that will be even more interesting to see. So today is Umoja. I'm waiting for him to stop whining. Umoja. That I celebrate Kwanzaa is actually because I've realized how inclusive Kwanzaa can actually be for all of humanity, because we're all from Africa. All of us have lineage from Africa. And when I realized that this medicine can be medicine for all people, I realized that these principles are truly valuable for all people. And so I celebrate this to try to hold something that I feel like all people can relate to, and something that I can relate to all people by way of.
I celebrate Kwanzaa because I see, well, first of all, because my son's mother, it is a very integral part of her identity and, you know, the values that she learned growing up, and I want to pass that on to my son. But I personally love Kwanzaa because I see it as a formula. You can let me talk. It's a formula for self and community empowerment. I see it as a beautiful expression of you know, qualities that everybody can relate to, as, you know, humanity.
Thank you, everybody. That's why we celebrate Kwanzaa. Alright, Pèlé, you want to say why you celebrate Kwanzaa? Because you just a talking.
Yeah, just
why you celebrate Kwanzaa?
Okay.
All right. I heard youth programs. I heard displaced animals. So I heard all these different ideas. And then the question is, why are we not doing this? We got all these people. We got all these skills. We got all this passion. Let's do something. That's what today is about. Bringing our skills and our passion together to create a project that we can all thrive by. Stepping and right, the cycles of life, empowering I'm stepping and right, the powers of light, defining my life. I'm stepping in.
With each sunrise, look into my son's eyes, young warrior of light, gifted by the divine. The job to guide you through this life is mine, to keep him and his mama alive. The goals for us to strive. Nah, look at us, still haven't got it memorized. Vaccinations, pre-prescribed, assassinating somebody, child mass agents in disguise, mass cages multiply, fake races to identify, change your gender on the fly, populations to divide, conquer, and capitalize, substances, food like laboratory derived, deep fried in oils, industrialized, waters pumped with chlorine and fluoride, rivers run polluted by pipelines, ancestral lands recolonized, claiming borders where power collides, the Amazon forest burning up in fire, Amazon orders arrive in the blink of an eye. For our union, if this will always be a time of renewal for us, as the anniversary of when I proposed to Ife. So I proposed to her on December 28th of 2018. 28th, pretty sure. Maybe it's 29th. I think it was 29th, December 29th. It was on Ujamaa.
It was on Ujamaa.
So we did a celebration for Ujamaa twice.
No, it was on Ujima. It was on cooperative economics.
So that would be the third day.
So it was the
28th.
26, 27, 28. Okay.
Yeah, I was right the first time. Ujima. It was on Ujima. Collective work and responsibility. It's taking a lot of collective work and responsibility.
That's not what Ujima means. Ujima means cooperative economics.
No, that's Ujamaa.
No, Ujamaa is what we just celebrated, right? Wait. Umoja Kujagali Ujima Ujamaa. Ujamaa is what we just celebrated. So it was on the third day.
No, Ujamaa was on the fourth day.
Right. So Ujamaa is what you proposed me on Ujamaa. So
no, I proposed to you on Ujima.
Which was cooperative economics.
Collective work and
responsibility. No, we just celebrated collective work and responsibility.
We celebrated cooperative economics.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't. That's why, because it was collective work and responsibility. We celebrated this just now.
No, we celebrated Ujamaa at
this. At the community center?
Yeah, that was Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
It was on the fourth day. Let's look at the calendar. I will win this one. I will win this.
This is wrong. Last time I was on cooperative economics, I did that whole process with the net and the spider webbing thing about how we're like, what's the economy, what's cooperation, all that stuff.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Okay, so you got something wrong, I got something wrong. Even. Anyway, so yeah, it's our anniversary. Anniversary of our proposal. I think just being flexible and empowered within your choices is a good idea when it comes to everything.
Why are we trying to measure time? Is it just, so that we can, be like, let's meet on this day and we have a common day? I mean, that's one thing. That's convenient. That's functional. To have common measurement of time to orient ourselves with others, but also to orient ourselves in nature, from the rhythms inside of us, our heartbeat, the pulses of our nerves. That's all a rhythm. There's a rhythm to that. There's frequencies on every level, and we're able to gauge where we fit in the existence. Seeing the cycles all the way in the cosmos to the cycles within ourselves. And this counting of cycles is such a serious practice. Kemetic tradition has been counting cycles of 1,461 years. I mean, think about how many cycles it takes to figure out that that's even a cycle. That's beyond our lifetime. So that means you got to preserve that knowledge to the next generation, and that next generation is to count what you've been counting and keep counting. Well, this is one of the greatest cycles that exists: birth, life, maturation, decay, and death, rebirth. It's time Let's load up the car.
Let's load up the car.
Alright, new chapter begins.
Hold it for a second. Cover his body up better. It's too cold to be half doing my baby.
Excited to see how this is gonna turn out. First time I ever used one of these things. Yeah.
We'll see.
Hopefully it stays on the car.
Yeah.
I got it on there pretty tough.
Alright, let me switch it around to selfie style. Alright, so thank y'all for watching our recap video. We are getting ready to head out. Finally.
Yeah, it's taking a lot longer than we wanted, but you know, the important thing is to persevere and to make it through. This boy is so cold.
Yeah.
I'm cold.
Yeah, I'm cold too. So we're gonna just do this a little more and then prepare ourselves for the road, for the journey.
Just wanted to also just shout out all of y'all who've been there with us along the journey. You know.
Yeah. You hold it. Your arms are longer than I got, baby. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about shouting out, but you know, like, thanks. You want to shout out everybody by name, like it's a lot of people, but you know, gratitude to all of you.
My mama.
Oh, yeah.
No, but just want to say thanks. You know, thank y'all so much for being on this journey with us. You know, and stay tuned for another chapter. Our lives are gonna change. You know.
Speaking of changes, one change we will be making for now is we're going to be starting to make these videos every other week instead of every week, just because we want to be able to be sure we're putting all that we can into them, and right now we feel like we're rushing them out every week, so we think it'll make it better for y'all, for our quality, you know what I mean, like, and also for our quality of life, like our stress level being lower.
Yeah, and you know, we could have the videos be like a lot more time that we could invest in each video,
And
you know,
like,
in terms of the
creative,
the creative aspect. No, it's more
Yeah.
so just like the creativity around the videos, the you know, how much footage we're able to get, you know, and work with, and
just
how we cut it up and present it and be more artistic with it. You know, especially this past chapter, we've been pushing out these videos, you know, one video a week while I've been working 6, sometimes 7 days a week.
Right.
And you know,
So
sometimes I have, you know, days off here and there, but it was really unpredictable. So
yeah, so
now
it's gonna be different.
Yeah, you know, work is gonna be different. I'm gonna be building my business from scratch, but hopefully, you know, mostly working from home, and you know, traveling to people if they need that. But well, I'm excited. I'm excited to not work for other people.
Right.
You know, to see how to build my own practice and build my own business from scratch. So
let's do it.
You know, it's gonna be really an adventure,
Yeah,
to say the least.
So stay tuned. We'll share as much as you as we can, but you know, we're also gonna live our lives, keep it simple, like you saw in the
and the
video.
reason why we're going to South Carolina is because we want a better life for Pèlé than we had as children.
Yeah.
You know, and just for us, the fundamental aspect of that is being connected to the land and nature. And you know, although I did get more than most of my, you know, friends. You know, growing up in Baltimore City, my father was an enigma. You know, he had a greenhouse. You know, we were growing food in our backyard. Like, more, you know, like I don't know anybody else who experienced that as a child. You know, growing up in the city. You know, and having that experience. And you know, my father took me on trips to the wilderness. I got to go hiking and camping, and you know, even as a teenager, that was a huge part of my, you know, my experience finding myself. And you know, I think I could have gotten it even stronger. You know, and that's not to say anything towards my parents. They did an amazing job, you know, doing the best they can raising me and my 5 other siblings. But we want Pèlé to get it from the get-go, you know, and real nature, like walk right out the house into a forest or to the beach, to the, you know, to being in connection with animals, having, you know, animals real close by, farms, our own animals that, you know, we're getting our food from, planting our own food and harvesting it and
all of that.
Yeah, we're really excited. So we're taking the next step along that journey. So come join us, y'all.
Thanks
for all those who hear this message, you know, of intercultural connection, of symbiotic abundance, of integral healing, you know.
Integral wellness. Trying to change stuff.
Anyway, y'all know what we mean. But, you know, we thank you for being part of our relations. And, you know, we do it for y'all, for all our relations.
Yeah.
And with that...
The family.
Bless.
The hat and the 2 faces. Bless up, y'all. Peace.
All right, peace, y'all.